Ladies and gentlemen, the Red Hood shirt is back on, finally. I don't think I've covered anything DC, I was going to say for a while, but to be honest, the only thing I can think of off the top of my head is moaning about Henry Cavill no longer being Superman. That even counts as like a DC video. But we're going to be checking this bad boy out. Now, this is called Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, DC Studios. It's got James Gunn on the thumbnail. I've already had a few members of the Nerd Army, big up you guys and girls, you know who you are. You lot have been tagging me on Instagram saying like, this is apparently James Gunn telling us, the fans, the new slate of DC and what's going to be going on in the very near future. Which I really want to hear. Like, I have a few things. First of all, my grievance about Henry Cavill. That does sting. I'm not going to lie. I really loved him as Superman. He was my Superman. I'm going to, like, watch this and try my best not to compare. Or not this, but when a new Superman movie comes out, I'm going to try my best not to compare him to Henry Cavill. I'm trying my, like, absolute best, genuinely, to, like, appreciate it and enjoy it for what it is. But I can't even say anything until I see that. I doubt we're going to get, like, any casting or anything in this video. Aside from Henry Cavill's Superman, I'm not that bothered. I mean, we got Justice League, the Zack Snyder version. I still think that movie is the best DCEU movie, period. And then in second place for me is Man of Steel. I'm very, very grateful we got that. I'm a little bit salty. We're not getting a continuation. I would have really enjoyed that. But it is what it is, man. I really loved so much the Batman. That was so god tier. I know, like, this DCEU thing is not going to tie into the Batman yet, because it probably will eventually. But yeah, let's go into this, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoy anything that comes out of Mr. Gunn's mouth, bruv, let me know down below. That'd be sick. If you're new to the channel about the Nerd Life, please do subscribe. We're going for 30k as soon as possible, man. You guys are so sick. Let's check this out. And the last thing I'm going to say before I smash the keyboard has just come back to my head. Do you know what I really want to know? Shazam 2, bruv, which I don't really care about, if I'm being honest, but I do really want to see The Flash. I just want that movie to be good. To be honest, that's a good way to reset everything, but I want to know, are these movies canon? Black Adam, is it canon anymore? I guess it ain't, bruv, because of, like, Henry Cavill, so what's going on? Like, the Aquaman as well? Completely forgot about that, bro. Are they canon anymore? Because if they're not, my enjoyment will drop. Like, I don't really want to see a movie that goes nowhere. Hopefully, he says it. Enough now. Let's check this out.
Hey
Go.
everybody, I'm James Gunn.
Hello, James Gunn.
CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time.
Big
It's
time.
one of, our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation.
Ooh, and gaming.
That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside of the mainstream DC
Makes sense
continuity.
for now.
Peter
Watch
and I have
Batman
been
come
pretty
in.
lucky in terms of the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
All right, here we go.
Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love, that resets the entire DC universe. Then
there you go, no-brainer.
Blue Beetle, a fantastic
I forgot about
film
Blue Beetle.
about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about
so
now.
they're keeping them then.
Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out an 8 to 10 year plan of what DC Studios will be in film, television, and gaming. This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now, this, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter. The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is
random.
an animated series.
Got the weasel there, bro.
Something we're going to do that's a little bit different at DC is we're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays them in live
thank
action.
God.
The next project up is Waller. This is a story of
not Amanda Waller. I don't care about that. I'm just saying, I think that's a bit of an L. I'm sorry.
And this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. It is a fantastic story that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to
I'm just not a fan, bro.
Next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU.
Superman.
This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me. I'm in the middle of it. I'm having a great time doing it. And Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025. Okay,
oh,
the next
got
thing
ages.
is a big premiere.
Actually, not that bad. 2 years. That's actually right.
called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan.
Big up, James Gunn. Finally, fam.
In there, but this is really a
very sick
based TV show, which is almost like True Detective with a couple
both of them. True Detective. Oh my God, that is it.
Watching
That's what I want to hear.
Precinct Earth. In it,
very sick.
Discover a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DCU. Next is a big movie called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters. We are now bringing
some mad things here, all right?
With all of our primary DCU characters. The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes.
Yeah, that is a very different way of thinking.
A television series called Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is a story of
he's mixing his thing up.
Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all of the inhabitants of Paradise Island. The introduction
I'm like he's dropping a lot of like names, like Game of Thrones and stuff.
Is The Brave and the Bold. The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne. This is based on Grant Morrison's great comic book run. Damian Wayne is my
I respect
Robin.
it.
He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line, and so this is the story of the two of them and the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DCU. Next up is a TV series called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of comics' really popular cult heroes. He is a fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future who uses future technology.
Very surprised with the Batman team. I like that a lot.
So that people will love him. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series. One of my favorite comic book series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic film. Now, Superman is a guy who was sent to Earth.
Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. So it's not Superman, Man of Tomorrow. Like everyone thought Man of Steel 2 was going to be called.
Chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way. So she's a much more jaded character. And that brings me to Swamp Thing, the last
Swamp Thing! Sorry, what?
Story in the origins
I take it.
The monster who is Swamp Thing. And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway, those are the stories that I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child. They're incredibly important.
You can tell the way he talks, he is excited,
It was
man.
a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something very different. One of the things that's very important for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique and something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us. And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you watching. I hope
that was a lot better than I thought.
For you, because it's really exciting for me. And I can't wait to start to dive into these stories with you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
All right, let's have a quick chat. Real talk, yeah? Hold on. Right, I'll be honest. That was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I don't think my salt levels will reduce until I've seen the new Superman Legacy movie, as it's called now. Until I see it, my salt is still high. I'm very sad for Henry Cavill, but we push it aside. Like, first of all, you can tell James Gunn is gassed. He's not phoning this in for some dollars, bro. You can tell he is gassed for the characters. He's got so much enthusiasm, like, leaking out of him, bro. The Batman thing, I think, will be the thing that everyone's talking about. That caught me off guard, boy. A young Robin assassin. Yeah, that sounds peak. But the one for me, funny enough, first of all, the biggest L for me is that Amanda Waller show. I'm sorry, maybe it'll be sick. If it's, to be honest, even if it's half as good as Peacemaker, I'll enjoy it. But just hearing that, I'm like, I don't care about that, bruv. But the biggest dub for me, brother, Green Lantern, True Detective kind of show. Whoa, that's got some big possibilities, boy. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you're most gassed for down below. I'll really appreciate it. As always, thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate you all, man. Peace.